We're in the end of February now, and it seems as if my blueberries are deciding it's spring a bit too early. As you can see, there are lots of really fat flower buds that are just about ready to start springing open. I think it's because I made a slight mistake. A few weeks ago I got a bit excited thinking, oh, spring is nearly here, because we're nearing the end of February, and so I gave them all a winter dormant pruning, and that of course has encouraged them to start budding. So hopefully it's going to be okay. They are in a very protected spot against a wall here. I have to keep them in pots because my garden isn't acid enough and they really need acid soil. So I pot them up in ericaceous soil, compost, just to sort of keep them going, and they really flourish here and really fruit a lot too. It's a sunny position. It's much more sunny than they would be if they were somewhere in my garden. I've got 2 big plants and then 1 little one, and I'm also making some extra cuttings that hopefully will be ready later on this year, and I'll be able to show them to you. And they're lovely huge blueberries too. So what I've done now is I like to keep them mulched with pine cones that we collect on our walks, just because, partly because it's very pretty, and also because it keeps the moisture in the pots. They're very shallow rooted, so you have to keep them sort of protected as well. And as the pine cones break down very slowly, it might give a bit of more acidity to the soil too, which is a good thing for these plants. So I've just, to show what I'm going to do now to get ready for spring, I have removed the pine cones. They're all over here. They'll be put back in place later on. And I've just scraped off the top layer of compost. And I'm going to refreshen it by putting some of this, adding some of this on top. Just some ericaceous compost. And once I do that, I'll actually replace all the pine cones. And I'm also going to get them a little bit of a feed because they are starting to spring out now. I need to get them some more energy and get them ready. I might have been doing this in March if they weren't this ready already. So they decided to come early because I made a mistake, and so I have to help them out by giving them this now. It's ericaceous feed for them, and I'm just going to mix it up in some water, and it's just going to help their roots and help everything just stay really healthy. I'm going to give them a real drench, so let it run right through to the bottom. I'm going to mix it up in some water and then give it again in about 7 days, and that should be enough for this year. Or later on, I might do some more later, but at least for the spring. So hopefully it's going to all work out, and I'll let you see how once they start blooming properly, I'll do a little update. But it's loads of fun to grow blueberries. They're so healthy and so beautiful too. The flowers are simply gorgeous, stunning little things. So it's going to be lots of fun to keep you updated with this.